The Rich Trapper tapping in. TNN Trap News Network. You feel me? Rich Trapper. The homie wanted you to whitelist this shit too.
Who?
Rich Trapper.
Rich Trapper?
He be reacting to your shit. Rich Trapper tapping in. TNN Trap News Network. Back in the same. Like, crack it the same, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Good news you can use. Good knowledge, though, you can't get in nobody's collar, G-toe. Make sure you get into that if you ain't got into that, man. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe for all this good content we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network, man. Make sure you get into that if you ain't got into that. Like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you hit that good subscribe button. Make sure you hit that good subscribe button, good subscribe button. Make sure you get into that. Oh, my bad. Make sure you hit that good subscribe button. Hit that description button. Find the new page. Page 10 if you ain't found that new page. Make sure you get into the new page if you ain't got into the new page, man. Make sure you get into that if you ain't got into that. We finna jump into this content, man. We got my man Chill from 16 to Life over there hollering at Dubs about what he got going on, talking about black people, man. That's over on the prison side of the YouTube space, man. They got a whole prison side. You got 16 to Life. You got Cartoon. You got Dubs. You got Gunners Collective, that one prison guard. You got Banky Pound, Damian Porter. I'm not sure who else tells prison stories, so please don't get upset with me if I didn't mention you, if I didn't send them to me, because I'll be listening to like all of them. That one prison guard, I don't know if I said him, but if I did, I'm saying it's twice. So yeah, they be having their issues, but it get real political because a lot of them dudes have done double-digit, 20 years and better into the California prison system, or just come from California gangbanging or whatever. It's political, bro. Long story short, though. Dubs got a situation going on. Let's see what 16 to Life got to say about Dubs. You feel me? This is Chill's channel, 16 to Life. And like I said, he's from Banning, California.
Which I'm going to reiterate it and say it again. It's time for Dubs to stop talking about black people. Or not. Which is basically what I'm saying is, it is his freedom. It is his right. I'm not saying that he should. I'm saying that it's time for him to stop talking about black people or not. So in this particular video, you guys, since I am a content creator, what I'm doing in this video, I am doing the YouTube thing. I am just making content that I think people may be attracted to, right? Like I say, it's time for him to stop talking about black people or not.
Not bad.
It's his right. He has every right to say as he pleases. Who am I to try to rob Dubs of his First Amendment right? Freedom of speech, right? I will say this, right? As a content creator, as a person who has been doing YouTube for 3.5, 4 years, somewhere around there, my channel has been viewed relatively well. I definitely exceeded my expectations when I started doing YouTube. When I started doing YouTube, I just wanted to get 300 subscribers. I'm well over 12 million combined views, right? And so I say all that to say, not braggingly, but to say by now I have a pretty good idea and a pretty good concept of when I title a video, how well it may potentially do, what topics do better than others, and the response I'm going to get in some of my videos, right? So today I happened to see a video by Dubs, and it says something about content creators dominating black culture or something like that. And in my humble opinion, this video was made because of his displeasure of a video he done not too long ago where he reacted to a black dude saying that blacks.
For those of y'all who don't know, Dubs is, I'm not sure if Dubs is a current Southsider or a former Southsider. I do know this, though. I know that Dubs made a video alluding to the fact that black people are afraid of Mexicans within the jail system. And the dude who made the comment was actually talking about doing time in the feds, and Dubs stretched it and twisted and made it about blacks in California.
Of Mexicans in federal prisons, right? And so, like I said, Dubs has done YouTube for quite a while as well, right? And Dubs has done a considerable amount of time in prison, just like myself. I believe 24 years as well, right? So by me being in prison as well, and have an understanding of when you have the separation of groups, when you have the different ideologies at certain times, and sometimes people in prison will leave prison and they will come home, and sometimes these ideologies never escape them, right? I'm not saying that's what's happening with Dubs. What I'm saying is, when I make a video having this in mind, sometimes I believe it's up to me to discern what I will and what I will not put in my video, because at the end of the day, the responsibility of accountability is going to fall on me. Even if I happen to interview a person,
and that's a big thing that a lot of people on YouTube want to stay away from. People allow others to come onto their platforms and say crazy things and say reckless things, and then they hide behind, oh, well, I can't control what he was going to say. I can't control this. I can't control that. I didn't know. But it has to be what did he say? Hold on. Let me make sure I say this. Here
what
we
I'm saying is, when I make a video having this in mind, sometimes I believe it's up to me to discern what I will and what I will not put in my video, because at the end of the day, the responsibility of accountability.
That's what he said. The responsibility of accountability. So a lot of these dudes will allow people to come onto their platforms and come onto their channels and say these outlandish things and these crazy things because they're enjoying the shock value and they're enjoying the numbers and the revenue that it comes in with the monetization, because these people have come onto their platforms and said these crazy things. But when it comes time to being accountable for something that your guest said, then it's, oh, well, I can't control what he said. I can't control what he said. That's a cop-out. And I think that's some 304-ish. I think that's very 304-y.
It's going to fall on me. Even if I happen to interview a person, right, and I have done this in the past, I will interview a person. That person will say something, and if I believe it's not true, I have to think long and hard before I include that in my video, because at the end of the day, even though he may have said it, I'm still going to be held accountable by some people for even putting something on my channel that they feel, the people who don't like what this person said, they feel that it is untrue, right? If I have a person, right, who comes up here and I'm interviewing him and he says something about fluorescent people that I disagree with, once again, I have to think long.
He said fluorescent people. He talking about the LGBTQ community. This nigga said fluorescent people. Fluorescent people is crazy, bro. Fluorescent, that's barnacles. That right there is barnacle.
Long and hard if I should even include that into the video, because I know there's going to be at least some amount of backlash. At the start of that video, Dub says he knows that there are going to be some black people who is going to be upset with him because of what this black man says. Let me insert a small clip from what Dub said today in his recent video. Check this out.
One of them's platform is to expose black men. Expose black rappers, black men.
We speak up for ourselves in all kinds of ways. I don't want the pill. Nope. I don't want...
For violence. What happens when they expose these men? And the black community is okay with this. Someone from outside of their community exposing their own. That's that family's business.
He's saying basically that if a black person is saying something negative about black people in general, it's black people's business or not to expose that person. Not another race's responsibility to expose that person or shed light on what that person has just said, revealed, so on and so forth. But like I love to say a lot of times in my videos, if you let people talk long enough and they really are not rooted in the foundations and what they're speaking of, it's going to come out. Because this is exactly what Dubs just done 2 or 3 days ago when he gave light and when he exposed that black dude for saying that other blacks were scared. Now, he goes on in that video to say that he disagrees with blacks being extremely scared or scared at all of Mexicans. But me personally, I didn't understand that. Why are you going to give motion? Why are you going to give legs and put something out there that you yourself disagree with, right? Let me give you guys an example. There has been several times, I want to say at least 5 to 7 times, right? Where Mexicans have sent me videos of Mexicans talking disparagingly and saying negative things about other Mexican YouTubers, questioning their standings and if they're good or not, so on and so forth. Job, but that's okay. I didn't feel that was my business. And even if I felt that it was not true, why especially then would I react to it? Why would I react to something? And just to say that, oh, I don't believe it's true. Me personally, my get down, I'm not going to give that stuff motion. I'm not going to react to it. I'm not going to get into it because it's...
And that's real. That's the same thing when dudes allow people to come onto their platforms and they give them interviews and they just tell blatant lies and blatant untruths and just blatant flam, skullduggery and larceny, and they don't even be like, bro, you're lying. They go on the platform and say the sky is green, orange, and purple, and they won't even, the dude who platform it is won't even be like, bro, why are you telling a stupid lie like that? They'll just be like, oh, okay, yeah, because it's all for the clicks, it's all for the views, it's all for the hope that this is the clip that goes viral. So you allow somebody to just come and say whatever and absolute nonsense with the hope that something goes viral.
Not my business. I have got many requests to give my opinion on things concerning the Nipsey Hussle shooting, so on and so forth, right? Now, that's something that I know you have many people emotionally involved in that. I'm not from Rolling 60s. That's not my area. That's not my section. I'm not going to get into that. You know, now, once that dude was convicted, I did a video about him being convicted, but I'm not just to get into the particulars of what went on and what allegedly happened and this and that, because people are emotionally attached to that, and I'm not going to get into that, right? So I noticed that sometimes during Dubs' videos, he will not mention certain prison organizations, right? Regardless of race, whether they're white, black, so on and so forth. But I will mention them for clarification, and I don't have a problem mentioning them in my video, right? He'll say there's a black blood group with the 3 letters. He's talking about the UBN, the United Blood Nation, which is a prison group, right? So, if he mentions the other group, the BLs, he'll say, that blood group with the 2 letters. Anybody that's been to prison, of course, knows exactly what he's talking about, right? And so, my point of saying this is he sticks to a certain amount of prison protocol in his videos, right? So, but it seems as if he's sticking to prison protocol when it is convenient, right? Because we also have another protocol.
Now, excuse me, that's very true. A lot of things that Dubs does is at the convenience and the benefit of making himself and his race look a certain type of way. I'll say that.
In prison of, quote unquote, not getting into the business of other races. So a black person saying something about other black people, if you're sticking to prison protocol, that's quote unquote black business. Let me clarify and make this straight, right? I don't know if you guys pretty sure you guys have paid attention by now. I'm free, man. To hell with that prison shit. I don't care about that stuff. I'm not just to bring those.
That's also interesting when people try to speak politically and try to politic and act like, it's this and it's that as far as prison, and you on the streets, bro. If you're on the streets, be on the streets. If you want to go back and politic and be a politician and be hard on the yard and you know what I'm saying, the toughest one busting the spread and all that kind of stuff, that's cool. Just go to jail. You don't have to, invoke your prison rules or your prison thoughts or anything like that on us in the streets. Just go to jail, be in prison, and you can politic as hard as you want to politic.
Prison protocols and procedures and all that stuff. I'm not just to bring that home with me. Why would I continue to indulge and dib and dab, step in and out of a ideology that sent me to prison, right? So I don't care. I believe a person should, and he does have the right to speak about anything that he wants to speak about on his YouTube channel or whatever, whether being he's black, white, Mexican, or whatever, right? So I have several times, right, I may mention something that's speaking about a Mexican or whatever, and I have got the same comments in my channel. Hey, chill, don't talk about Mexicans, stick to your black politics. And a lot of times it's negative stuff, it's negative responses or whatever, right? But my response is, when the NBC News or the Fox News or whoever may do something about Mexicans, I'm sure the Mexicans don't call down there and complain to the station. When Fox News, ABC, NBC, or wherever, they do something about blacks, I'm sure the blacks don't call down there and say, hey, you know, Connie Chung, you're not black, don't talk about blacks. Or, hey, Tom Brokaw, or whoever the newsman is, you're white, don't talk about blacks. So at the end of the day, right, at least me, myself, I realize that there is a certain amount of ignorance that is going to come with certain topics on YouTube, because to be honest, not being arrogant or whatever, you have ignorant people out there, right? You have ignorant people out there watching. Everybody does not have the same intellectual understanding. Everybody does not have the same rationale, and everybody does not have the same comprehension. So at the end of the day, me, myself, being the YouTube content creator, I have to realize this, I have to know this, I have to understand this, and I have to decide, is this stuff worth the backlash I may receive? A lot of times, right, because when you do YouTube, you will have people who will watch your videos and they want you to champion whatever agenda they're pushing. And you will have some dude actually become angry and get mad at you because you don't believe what they believe, or you're not pushing what they feel should be pushed. And these dudes will not allow you the freedom of having your own opinion, right? And so they'll say, oh man, chill, you scared, you ain't saying this, you not handling this. You know, some dude from I believe his
We know progress looks different for everyone. That's why you can
my
find
bad,
Cedars-Sinai
John.
locations with
The
the best
ads.
doctors across Los Angeles. Because your progress is our progress. Visit your nearby Cedars-Sinai today.
His YouTube handle was, he was from Detroit forever or something. That may not be it, but he was definitely from Detroit. He was just saying basically that you guys, you act like you're scared of the Mexicans. You don't say this, you don't say that, right? But my whole thinking on that is, at the end of the day, like I said, man, I'm going to be held accountable for whatever I say. If it's about the Mexicans, if it's about a black gang that I'm not part of, right? And my life is 1,000,000 times better than it was 7 years ago, 10 years ago, right? When I went to jail, my daughter was 8 months old. When I got out, my daughter was 25 years old, right? My daughter deserves the right to have...
He said, when I went to jail, my daughter was 8 months old. When I came home, she was 25. Dizan.
Father, man, I love being able to go over there. You guys know what I did for my daughter on her 30th birthday? I gave my daughter 30 presents. Each present had $30 inside the present, right? And so do the math on that. Then on top of that, one card had $100 in there. So I ended up giving my daughter $1,000 cash, also along with these various different 30 presents, extremely pricey presents, right?
Hey, shout out to bro. 1,000 cash and 30 pricey gifts. Shout out to bro. He made it for them years the best he could. I can respect that.
Things like that are more important to me than potentially putting myself at risk to some dumb YouTube beef. I have 3 grandkids, man. They love when I come over there, take them to the store. We go to get this, we go to get that. I take them to get frozen yogurt or ice cream. La Michoacana is the ice cream that we love to go and get, right? So seeing the joy in their faces when G-Dad comes over there, because I don't do the grandpa shit. I'm too fly to be grandpa. I'm G-Dad, you know what I'm saying? So when G-Dad comes over there, they love for me to take them to the ice cream truck and do this and do that, right? So me knowing potentially certain videos will possibly cause me trouble, because I'm not going for nothing in the street. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going for a person getting at me foul and all that. So by me knowing me, I try to stay in my lane. I don't try to add potentially extra hostility to my program. Right now, if another person wants to engage in that old type of stuff and get caught up and get himself sent back to prison, that's him, man. Because I do know when you doing YouTube, some may like you when you here, but once you gone, man. You don't hear nobody talking about Crip Mac no more, or some of these other dudes who was on YouTube, and then for whatever reason they're no longer here. People want you to be their entertainment for the moment, right? And for whatever reason, when you can no longer entertain them, they'll find something else on YouTube that's entertaining. So my whole point of making this video is, right, that for any YouTube creator, when you make a video, you have to be able to discern the response you're going to get. And if you're unwilling to deal with the backlash that may come from the video, then just don't make the video, right? I'm not going to sit back, cry, and be upset because people don't like certain videos that I make if I already know the potential of what I'm going to receive in terms of comments when I make the video. Anyway, you already know who it is. It's your boy 16 to life.
All right, bro. Yeah, that's that, man. We finna get up out of here to the next one. Chat, y'all stay around. You finna get up out of here to the next one. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content on the red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest, man. It's free. Avenue Angel Tweets free. We gone.